They're out there. So the workers are here today, everyone. They had to wait several days for the dehumidifier to work and dry out the big hole in the ceiling. And so they're out there now cutting the sheetrock out. And I don't know what else they're doing. I don't know what all they've moved around. I just don't even want to think about the mess. Here's their truck. And this little one, she was so sick yesterday. She threw up a few times and just wasn't feeling good and wasn't eating, and I was so worried about her. But she pulled through, huh? So she's eating all of her food now and she's playing. Just sometimes she gets a tummy ache. She's always been that way. Huh, Momo, you're such a precious baby. Look how sexy she looks. All right, you guys, they just went to lunch. And it looks like they moved everything from over there into this parking spot, which I normally park here. So I'm very glad that I moved over here so they had somewhere to put it all. But yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, they're back. They were only gone to lunch for like 20 minutes. When I went out there really quickly, I was rummaging around and I found this gem. I got this when I was 12 years old in 1982. My mom and stepdad and I went to Maui, and it was a trip for my stepdad's work. He was the produce manager at a grocery store, and every year all the managers and higher ups would go on a trip. And they usually went on cruises. They went to Mexico, they went to Hawaii a few times, and this time they were going to Maui. And so my mom and my grandma and myself went along with them. And so I was 12 years old, and we went up this road called Hannah. And it's just this big winding road, really super long. And it's the road to Hannah. It goes all the way up to the top of this mountain or hill or something, I don't remember. And they even have t-shirts that say, "I survived the road to Hannah." And I wished I would have gotten one because I survived barely, because I got so car sick. Back in the day, I used to get motion sickness really badly. And so we were in this van, because it was like a tour van. And so they eventually let me ride up in front, on the front seat, because I was just getting so sick. But anyway, and then when you get up there, there's this nice big lake or pond thing, and you can jump off the cliffs and into the water, which I didn't do. But the van driver felt so bad for me. He was in his 20s, and I kind of had a crush on him. He was just really cute, and he was so nice to me and just so sweet. And at the end of the drive, he gave me his hat. He was wearing this the whole time as he was driving up and driving back. And then at the end, he gave me his hat. I was so thrilled. I thought I was just so special. You know, I was 12 years old and this guy did this for me. I was so excited, and woo, woo. It's got a lot of that dust on it from out in the garage, but he made it himself, and so I'm sure he made himself another one. But I've had this hat ever since 1982, and when I got it, it wasn't this dried out. It was still kind of a little bit green. But I've just had this hat forever, and it's been out in my garage for the last 12 years. And looking at it, it's very well made. It's still together, and there's no spiders in it. But my bun kind of takes away from the cuteness, but I just loved this hat so much. This is the only thing I have left from that trip. I never really brought home any souvenirs, I don't think, from that trip. I don't remember. And if I did, I don't know where they are, or they might have just gotten thrown away over all these years. But I always kept my hat, and so I brought it in. I didn't know it was out there, so I need to dust it off and just hang it up somewhere. All right. Here is everything they took out. So they're gonna leave these here for a couple more days, and that's that for now.